Hey guys, I'm Tiffany, and you found me for Free Tarot Friday at Wise Skies. And so, Wise Skies is a metaphysical counseling company. We're rooted in astrology, but we also offer several other sessions like Akashic Records, human design, psychic work, tarot readings. And so, this Free Tarot Friday is something that we do to offer a little taste of the Wise Skies vibe to everybody. And so what we do is we start at Aries and we end at Pisces. And I just am reading from the Golden Tarot deck. It's a deck produced by Cat Black. It's my favorite deck, but I use many other decks too. And it's a classic tarot deck with the major and minor arcana. And so I just invite you to watch for entertainment, for fun, for Fun Friday, Take what resonates and leave the rest. You can watch for your rising sign, your moon sign, your sun sign, your kid sign, your significant other sign. And just watch with a light heart. When it comes to be your turn, take a big deep breath in and a big breath out. And that will open and soften the ears, the throat channel, and have you in a more receptive state. So let's just check in with Spirit for Aries. Just check in with Aries. What is it that our Aries friends need to know? Any Aries watching through the Wise Skies channel? What is it that our Aries friends need to know for the weekend ahead? Some fun advice, practical guidance that helps them get clarity. All right. So, looks like maybe faced with some of life on life's terms. Maybe you're facing a portion of life that doesn't particularly feel fair, that doesn't particularly feel like you're getting the right amount of support or esteem for what you do. You know what I mean? This Justice card, it could also indicate that you're pissed about some injustices going on. That you are a warrior for the earth, that you're a warrior for insert topic, right? Like Aries, you guys are really good about lighting the fire, about starting a new movement. So either something is feeling unfair in your personal life, or you're noticing a sense of unfairness out there. The Seven of Cups reminds you that you have a whole lot of options. There's not one way. So your advice, Aries, this weekend is to not get the blinders on and to not get blindsided by something that feels unfair. It's almost like, okay, you can see that coming, and now you've got a lot of great options for how to handle this. The main message here is that there's not just one way. There's not a black and white. There's not a yes or no. It is not unclear. It's just that there are many perspectives and many options and many, many layers. It's almost like if you were trying to diagnose something, you're going to have 5 or 6 different layers of this issue, and so you can start to work at it from different angles. Okay, cool. Let's move into our Taurus. What do our Taurus friends need to hear for the weekend ahead? Just some practical advice or guidance that helps them gain clarity and confidence. Clearing for Taurus. What do our Taurus friends need to hear? Okay. The Empress reversed here, and the Nine of Cups reversed here. So these are cool cards when they're upright. We might as well read them that way. But when they're reversed like this, they're still good cards. They still have positive mojo. It looks like you're in this birthing cycle. You know what I mean? The Empress card is always about starting a new project, having a baby. There's something that needs to be nurtured and taken care of so that you have the magic of a good start, right? And so babies are born on their birthdays, not their due date, because there's just a specific time and constellation that will support their soul's growth, right? So you don't want to hurry up and start something when you don't have the right birthday for it, right? Whatever it is. It could be a business venture, it could be a relationship, it could be just even a creative project, right? So the idea here is that you're going to wait on right timing, and you're going to keep nurturing yourself in order to have the right timing, for whatever project it is that you're birthing. The idea of the Nine of Cups upright is that you get your wish, that everything goes your way, right? When it's reversed like this, it has more to do with, yes, you still get your wish. It just might not look like what you had in mind, right? So you might be more open-minded to doing some things that are a little outside of your comfort zone or a little outside of your master plan. to me, you know, I give you guys the examples, the same examples over and over. So sorry if you've heard this one before, but when I was little, I always wanted a mountain house and a beach house. And I ended up being able to go to the beach and the mountains every year. But it wasn't because I bought a mountain house and a beach house, right? So I still got to get the experience of the mountains and the oceans. It just wasn't how I thought it was going to look, right? And so you might be getting a job, right? And you might be detoured a little bit, but that's okay because we're waiting for that perfect time, that perfect blueprint in the sky. All right, we're going to clear now for Gemini. Let's clear for our Gemini friends. Just getting some advice for the weekend ahead. Again, taking what you want, leaving the rest. All right, clearing for Gemini, just seeing what is possible. What is it that they need to hear? Clearing for our Geminis. What would feel supportive to them? Feeling seen by the unseen world. Okay. Great. All right, we get the 8 of coins, okay? And then what is that supported by? The devil reversed. All right, so here, you know, the devil reversed, this has to do with anxieties, things that are considered your demons, things that trip you up, things that scare you, things that make you angry. You know what I mean? And it has to do with some form of work. Now, because this is, I feel like it's work behind the scenes. I feel like you have been recalibrating the way that you address your work, the way that you spend your time with your work. This 8 of coins is about chopping wood and carrying water at these hours, right? And so you might have been working on defining that a little bit better for yourself, but you're also having some intense anxieties, anger, fear, obsessive thinking about work, or about your own security and stability, or about what is happening behind the scenes. Okay, Gemini? And so you're like, great outlook, Tiffany. You know, let's get one more for you. You got the Ace of Cups reversed here. It's just going to take a little bit of time, you know, to overcome some of this. So give yourself the time it takes now so that it takes less time. Just really feeling all your feelings about this. I'm not saying go have a shitty, angry weekend at all. I'm just saying go ahead and feel all your way through it, because it doesn't seem like it's going to be going away if you ignore it. So it's like really, how do Geminis need to express some of that? It's usually by learning, by reading, and by sharing information exchange, by talking it out, right? By writing it out. So these are some things that might help you on your weekend ahead. All right, let's clear the deck for Cancer. Just clearing for our Cancer friends. Any of our Cancers watching, what is it that they need to hear? Clearing for Cancers. What do our Cancers need to hear? All right, we get the 10 of coins reversed, the King of coins reversed. All right, so in some ways, this is like a feeling cheated. You know what I mean? Feeling like the big happy family, the big financial payoff, the big money, right? King of coins, 10 of coins, is just out of your reach is what it feels like. And it feels like you've felt that way for a long time. Like it's just around the corner. It's just around the corner. But what I'm going to tell you, like, why I feel like you're paying a debt that isn't yours to pay. You know, that's what this feels like. It's been a theme in a lot of my readings lately, so if you've heard me talk about it, I'll probably make some posts about it too. But this is what these two cards feel like for me, Cancer. Are you paying a debt that's not yours to pay? You know, and are you draining yourself of financial resources or your own life force energy paying a debt that wasn't intended for you? And, you know, this means different things for different people. If this speaks to you and you want to have a private session, I encourage you to book with one of us at wiseskiescollective.com. But that is definitely a theme I'm seeing a lot of right now in the world, in the news, and at personal client level as well. So let's clear the deck for Leos. Let's clear the deck for Leos. Moral of the story so far is don't be a Gemini or a Cancer this weekend. I'm kidding, right? We got to keep it light. All right, let's clear for Leo, see if we can get some better juju going here. What do our Leo friends need to hear? Clearing the deck for Leos. Okay. Okay, a Page of Cups here and a 10 of Cups. Nice. All right, that's great. So something coming full circle. This can be a marriage engagement. This can be a new baby. This can be adopting. This can be broadening your family's horizons. This can be just that sense of connection that you get by spending time with your family, with your loved ones, with your tribe. You know what I mean? So this weekend, Leo, I would say let your family fill you up, or be a source of inspiration and light, and fill your family up, right? Very good cards to get, both indicating positive messages around love. So if you're not in love, if you're not in a relationship, that's okay. You know, there's self-love. There's things that you can do with your family of origin or your family of choice that will fill your heart, right? That's the name of the game. All right, let's clear now for Virgo. Clearing for Virgo. Let's just clear the deck and see what... Wow, that was the world's quietest shuffle. Let's see what Spirit has to say for Virgos out there. Clearing for all Virgos watching. One of my favorite signs. So interesting. They're all my favorite. You're all my favorite. All right, let's clear for Virgo. Clearing for Virgos. What do you guys need to hear for the weekend ahead? All right, 2 cards that fell out. We got the Ten of Swords and the Knight of Cups, all right? And so the Ten of Swords, this is about, reversed here, overcoming some of your worst fears. Overcoming some of your worst fears, right? Like that's been in the bubbling up for you. But here we've got the Knight of Cups. And so this is a card about being creative, being in the flow, working with music and sound and heart and passion and desire. And also the Knight of Cups, especially coupled with this card, reminds me that it's almost like you stop yourself from doing the thing you really want to do because you don't want to get your heart broken all over again. Does that make sense? It's like stopping yourself from getting involved in what you really want to do because you're just kind of, you'd rather be more practical than get your heart broken. And so sometimes that makes sense. Other times it doesn't. Just know that you're working yourself out of kind of this conniption, fear, worry, anxiety, and into a more creative phase of life. So looking for creative solutions, looking for a way that you can be more creative, looking for creative self-expression. That's going to help you this weekend. Okay. Creative self-expression looks like a lot of things. It's not just pottery and painting and cooking. It's also dancing and singing and organizing. You know what I mean? Like a Virgo can make organization art. So just play with that as a concept, as a theme for you. All right, let's clear the deck for Libra and see what our Libra friends need to hear for the weekend ahead. Just clearing for Libra. Clearing for Libra. Clearing for our Libra friends. Okay. All right, we get the Lovers reversed here, as well as the Page of Coins. I'm going to say that was not reversed. Now, the Lovers reversed, this to me just is like, maybe there's some trouble in paradise. Maybe there's some disagreements. Maybe you're not able to see the other person's point of view right now. And that's something that you're normally really, really strong at. You know what I mean? You're normally able to see full 360, everybody's ideas. Everybody has a right to talk and have their opinion. But right now, it just feels like a little bit imbalanced. Either you're feeling misunderstood, misheard by your significant other, by your boss, by your somebody who has some kind of authority over you, or you're just not getting it. You know what I mean? So either way, it looks like there's some skewed perceptions going on. And so what can you focus on instead is this Page of Coins. Like, what is it? What can we agree on? And so this is a message of finding similarities rather than differences. All right, finding similarities rather than differences for our Libras, which you're naturally good at. So do it. All right, let's clear for Scorpio. What do our Scorpios need to hear for the weekend ahead? Clearing for Scorpio. What is in the cards for our Scorpios? What do the Scorpios need to hear for clarity? And for Scorpios. Okay. 6 of Swords. 2 of Cups reversed here. All right. So it looks like there's a relationship issue that is kind of bringing you down, right? Like this, she's looking in the wrong direction. She's feeling the weight of the world. The Two of Cups upright would be the happy family, the good positive relationship. When it's like this, it's like something has upset the apple cart, right? And you just don't see how it could possibly go well. Fortunately, there's somebody else in your boat that's holding the vision for you. And so this guy is like looking forward, paddling forward, keeping the faith, keeping the hope. The water's just fine. It's just your perception of the situation here. And it does feel like there's some relationship weight that you're not, that's just holding you in that place. And so relieving yourself of that relationship weight looks like a lot of different things for a lot of different people. Sometimes you just need to unplug from it, right? Sometimes you need to have a heart-to-heart. Sometimes you need to have a sense of finality. Sometimes you need to have a sense of a new beginning. It looks different for a lot of people, but what it feels like is this heaviness and a desire for things to be different than they are, right? And that expectation sets us up for a lot of pain, okay? So how can you go forward with that? You can try to have no expectations at all. You can live in your own tube of electronic white light and just let spirit guide a little bit instead of you guide. I know that is a lifelong practice. It's not something you just click the switch on, but you know, we practice little by little, and it looks like this weekend is a moment of practice, right? For a lot of the signs. All right, let's clear now for Sagittarius. What do our Sag friends need to hear for this weekend ahead? Okay, we get the Empress reversed and the Four of Cups here. And so it looks like, you know, the Empress reversed, what we were talking about with Taurus. It's like there is something brewing. You are starting something new. It's just not happening maybe in the timeline that you had in mind. It could be happening later than you would have liked, or something is delaying it for a divine reason, you know. We get the Four of Cups over here, which this is the card of detachment. This is the card of like there's nothing I can do here. There's what I can't give anymore, right? And so there's 3 cups upright, and the Angel of God's bringing a cup over. Everything's actually fine, except similar to the Scorpio, it's just the mojo around it is different. So what we want to focus on with the Sages is like waiting for divine right timing, waiting for the invitation to come your way, waiting for just that next chapter that just feels like right around the corner, and just paying attention to when there's some delays and not getting set back in your own sphere here. This sense of I'm paying a debt that's not mine to pay comes back to mind, you know, that theme that we've been working through. What debt are you paying that's not yours to pay, right? What debt are you paying that you need to pay, right? Like there's that, just that sense behind that, like that emotional, and when I say debt, I mean energetic, emotional debt, right? Okay, let's clear the deck for our Capricorns. See what our Capricorn friends need to hear this weekend. Message of clarity that helps them on their way. Clearing for our Capricorns. You know, backing up into the Empress reversed for Sag and for Taurus, just, it's like you wouldn't get mad if the baby was born a day later. You know what I mean? In dog years, like that could be 7 years later, you wouldn't get mad about it. You'd just be like, oh, that was the perfect time for that situation, right? Okay, now let's clear for Capricorn. Clearing for Capricorn. Okay, we get the Knight of Coins and the Queen of Cups reversed here. So Capricorn, it looks like maybe somebody in your life is facing the world with a little bit of immaturity, and you know, you're trying to be the leader, and it's like they give you all the power and none of the ability to carry it out. It's like you're the interior designer and they tell you what color palette to use, and then don't give you a budget, and you can't really do anything, you know, with that information that you got. And so there's like this emotional attachment, this power struggle going on. And it looks like the best thing to do here is to remain unemotional and just stay with what's practical. Just to remain unemotional in the power struggle and be like, oh, what? We're not going there. Drop the rope. What's just the details here without the drama? All right, that's what I would tell you, Capricorns, for the weekend. All right, let's clear for our Aquarius friends. Just checking into the spirit world, asking for illumination for Aquarius. Clearing for Aquarius. Okay, this one flew out. We've got the King of Wands reversed here next to the Three of Coins. Okay, so similar vibe. It just feels like you're working on something magnificent and spectacular, but there's still this like power struggle going on with somebody. You know, maybe they didn't get loved, right? Like maybe they didn't get that form of connection that they needed, and so they work it out in weird ways, you know, through either revenge, through like feeling inadequate, through you know what I mean, like there's something pulling at them that makes them pull at you, and it feels very distracting. So I'm gonna say try not to let other people distract you. You're working on your greatest art, your greatest life's work right now, your greatest creativity. This is your moment, you know, this is something that you've been working towards. So don't let other people weigh you down about that. You're just going to stay right here focused on your path. You know what to do. You know what's right for your life. You were born wise. You have the tools you need. And what you don't need is somebody telling you anything else. You know what I mean? That's what that King of Wands feels like. All right. Let's clear for Pisces. Let's clear for Pisces. Clearing the deck for Pisces. Okay, hi Eunice. Yay, and hi Yasmin. Yay, and she likes my shirt. Thank you. Awesome. All right, let's clear for Pisces. Let's clear for our Pisces friends. Clearing the deck. Okay, sending blessings to our Pisces. All right, Pisces, Queen of Cups reversed and Eight of Cups. So this is sorrow about leaving something, you know, this is sorrow, maybe a sense of regret, maybe a sense of loss, maybe a sense of complete understanding that it was just time to go, you know. But there is a sense of sadness and grief, and it doesn't mean that anything was wrong. It just means that you're feeling your feelings about having to walk away from something because you're going on a brand new adventure and you can't take it all with you. It's too much. You've got to leave something behind on your brand new adventure going forward, and you can't go forward with all of these feelings of grief or loss or separation or sadness. It's like, let something come to a close and let it end well, you know, and feeling all your feelings, and then let it end well. All right, it seems to be a theme for many Pisces that are in my sphere of influence, so that does resonate for the ones that I know. All right, guys, so that's it for Wise Skies Free Tarot Friday. I'm going to do one more pull for all of us. If nothing resonated, if nothing made sense, you know, maybe this one will, right? Like, let's just check in and see one last card, the whole deck, for our Wise Skies collective. What do we need here as a group? All right, Five of Swords reversed. This is a big, huge message in my life. It's about stopped fighting. We stopped fighting. You know, we stopped fighting people, places, things, situations, ideas, old belief systems. This is about really putting down your weapons. And this is significant because last week we were in the middle of nowhere, New Mexico, at a hot spring, and the manager told us, you know, this is a water where the tribes would come and put down their weapons to heal in peace. You know, there was no fighting here at these waters, right? And so can your house be like that? There's no fighting here at these waters. We're all friends here, we refuse to fight with somebody that we love, right? Because when you start fighting, arguing, defending, and explaining, there is a power struggle going on. And a power struggle is an unhealed search for love. You know what I mean? It's an unhealed search for love, and you can't give that to somebody else. It's a black hole if you keep fighting with each other. It's just endless, right? And so you have to empower everybody to live in their own divinity, and yourself too. And one way you can do that is to visualize that white electronic tube of light around you, around each of your loved ones, giving them back their own power to make decisions over their own life, not interfering with people, not managing, fixing, controlling anything, staying in your own zone and not getting interfered with by other people. You know, thank you for your help. I'm choosing not to fight because I love you so much. And you know, sometimes we can take on the conversation, and sometimes we are energetically drained and we can't, right? So this is a message for all of us. Some housekeeping notes. We've got Richard DiStefano is a medical medium that I've worked with for several years. He is our special bonus guest for the September membership. So if you're already a member of the Wise Skies Collective membership, you'll get the email with all the links. We do a deep dive just like this Astro Tarot, but for the whole month, and I'll use several different decks, and it's really fun and magical. I got a lot of positive feedback. August was our first month, and so September, it's just going to get better and better. So what you'll get, it's $22 a month. You get this Astro Tarot, this style of reading, deeper dive, more decks for your sign, and you get all of them. You know, you get an all access class pass to all of my former core classes, like the old classes that we have on video. And you get a new moon meditation, and you also get a special session healing with one of our intuitives that's associated with Wise Skies. So this September is medical intuitive. So there's a lot of folks that are having different interesting health challenges, and so he's going to help reset, recalibrate our chakra systems, our meridians, get us in divine right balance, divine right alignment with our own lives, so that we can really just recalibrate in our own soul's purpose, our own soul's progression with evolution and grace, right? Gratitude. So if you guys need the full forecast, September is up. September article, podcast, and videos are all up. And I really appreciate when you like and subscribe and share the content. It helps the channel so much, and I appreciate each of you. We've got a full practice next week, and I can't wait to see what challenges we're going to work through together in our one-on-one sessions. So until we can work together or hang out on FTF again, guys, namaste and have a great weekend.